watering my plants and checking on my crops. Not enough love, not enough love in the world. Not enough love, not enough love in the world.
The Greenhouse with Goodness and Vic.
Yo, welcome to the Greenhouse. My name is Vic. Our man Goodness couldn't make it out today. He's got some stuff to deal with, so I'm gonna be taking this one solo, but we're gonna keep it nice, short, and sweet. Talk to a couple amazing artists this week. Up for, we're already on episode 12. Up for episode 12 of the Greenhouse, we got Jonnie Bars performing Gas. That's going to be coming on out. We had an interview. I talked to him a little bit, his performance afterwards. And then we got Danny Herrera doing a really, really special drum solo. You're not going to want to miss this one. So be sure to stay on tune. Be sure to stay till the end. This is the Greenhouse. Keep on growing. Catch y'all on a few. Yo, I'm here with my man Jonnie. Yo, how's it going, man?
It's going great. Thank you again for having me, bro. How you doing?
Of course. I'm good, man. I'm blessed. Happy to be here. Happy to be talking with you. We loved your performance, man. We loved your performance. And from what I had heard and gathered, this was a very different performance than what you usually do, right?
Yeah. Normally I don't really do a whole lot of acapellas or just like just any type of performances. This was very different, but it was refreshing though, because a lot of people haven't been performing or been able to do performances during this like pandemic. So it felt good to be out and, you know what I mean, do something different.
Hell yeah, man. I'm glad because I'm sure it's been a weird year. I work with music and I work with different musicians. So it's like to have it go from literally like 100, everybody was going into 2020, like ready to make big moves and do big things, to like 0.
Yeah. All of a sudden it's wild. It's been a lot of adjusting. So
I'm sure, man. I'm sure. Well, let's take a step back. I want everyone who hasn't heard of you, doesn't know what you're all about. Give us a brief rundown on you, what you're working on, who you are, all of that stuff.
Yeah. My name is Jonnie Bars. I'm coming from Pomona, aka P-Town, aka Planet Underground. Been representing and working on just different music. I recently had come up with just a project idea that I'm working on. It's going to be called You and I Versus, and I plan on dropping that in October. But for right now, just getting singles and just different things lined up. It's been a while since I've honestly put out music, so it's gonna be dope. But yeah, I just been working with just different people, not only in Pomona but just the IE area. I'm a part of a part of a nonprofit organization called Productive Culture, which is out looking to help whether like under-resourced people or just like creative, ambitious people like us that may need some guidance. So that's been taking up a lot of different time too. But it's just been balancing everything. I don't know, I'm a person that's all about like making sure you're balanced. And so that's what I like to put in my music. Even with the Shot in the Dark, the song that I did, Gas, like, yes, that talks about weed, right? And smoking. But it also it refers to like gas in your tank. You know what I mean? How much gas you have in your tank to keep going and to endure. So like, yeah, it's all about just positive and just motivating, but like also just like getting up off your ass and doing something, you know what I mean? Making an effort. So I've been trying to emphasize that a lot more, especially because, we all have things that we've appreciated a little bit more during the pandemic. And I think music, creativity, and wanting to be out is one of them. So it's just like, it's been really cool. It's been a roller coaster. Yeah,
definitely.
It's been cool.
Definitely. That's amazing. First and foremost, we got some heavy P-Town representation. Shout out to Miyagi. Miyagi's come through clutch on all the folks from Pomona.
He should know him.
I love it. Secondly, I think
I'm sure it's a wild concept getting back into it and like thinking about releasing and thinking about rollouts and thinking about these
Mhm.
things to prep for. Is there one thing, well, I want to talk about gas in a bit, a little bit more, but is there one
Yeah.
thing specifically that you might have written recently or even that you're working on that you feel like might even have been influenced from the pandemic or like taking kind of some of those emotions and all that stuff that you've dealt with over the last year and grappled with it a bit?
Recently, not really. I mean, there's certain things because, like, experiences they come and go. I don't like to talk about. Um, I didn't want to talk about the pandemic on purpose,
Mm,
only because, like, I just don't like. I don't know. It's just like it's a part of a time, and I don't like to make I like to make things that are timeless. So I
mm,
don't want to go into like if it's something that talks about a certain time, it's based on the whole. I don't know. It's just like with the pandemic, it's not. It there wasn't any experience to be able to talk about
right,
like that was like it wasn't a creative way to put either if you're working all the time and you're just stuck in doing that because you can't do anything else or just
right,
like you don't have a job like I mean struggles we talk about but like with the pandemic it's not there wasn't enough experience to really talk about it. There was no experience. It was just like damn we're all stuck inside, you know what I mean? So it's kind of hard to get inspired and speak on something like that that's so like that's not encouraging, you know what I mean? It's like it's very real, very I don't know, but yeah, I didn't talk about it though during this time.
well, no, and honestly, your rationale makes so much sense because it's like, I think people can jump off of like current events and things that are happening and use that as a way to write around stuff. But if you're writing around stuff that kind of is everlasting, right?
Mhm.
Emotions, feelings, experiences, that type of stuff that really kind of has no timeline to it. I mean, that makes total sense. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not directly impacted or directly like the topic matter, it
Right.
impacted it somehow. You know what I mean? That's just
Yeah.
reality. That's how writing creatively works. Period.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so tell me a bit about gas. Tell me a bit about. I love that double entendre. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, for sure.
got gas, but you also like gas to continue going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gas for yourself and enough for you to take care of the people around you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's all about keeping yourself, fueled, whether it's like for some people it's weed. For me it's weed sometimes, I guess. I don't smoke that much. But like it's also just different things of what you put into your mind, what you put into your body. Like,
Mm,
that thing that could be your gas too. Uh but it's not on some arrogant shit. It's just like on some real like you're capable and you're confident. This is the things that you can do or that you want to do
right,
or that you aim to do, right? And so like even with just what we put into our bodies, right, to
right.
keep us going, it's just different types of things that keep us gassed. You know what I mean? And like or just keep us fueled. And it's to us, it's our gas. It may be meditation for some people. It may be reading for you, it may be being a musician and being able to create every day like something keeps us fueled to
Yeah,
keep going. So
yeah. I mean, that's so true, man. That's so true. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, but no, that's just I just wanted to create a song about that. And it was cool because like it was during a time where I wasn't like I just got into like a whole like writing like spree after being in a funk for so long. So it felt good to actually just like be able to write something that was not only that's not only like that people can be able to relate to, but I felt like it was kind of catchy too. I mean, there's some I don't know, but it was just it felt good to be able to write into like the project and everything else as
Right.
far as writing this song. Like it led to a lot. So it was really dope.
Yeah. No, definitely. That makes total sense. That makes total sense. And I mean that theme in general can like play into so many different things. It's great to see something made that not only is relatable, but even more importantly, like just fucking goes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
goes.
I appreciate that. Nah, and that's how life is, man. Life is gonna continue to just go. So we got to.
Yep. I love that, man. I love that. Well, I want to make sure everybody gets a chance to watch the videos, but before that, let them know where can people find you. Is there anything coming up? You had plugged in the beginning a bit. If you want to again, anything coming
Oh
up,
yeah.
people should keep an eye about. Whatever's coming down the pipeline. I want to make sure anyone who's really fucking with what they see, they get a chance to jump on and follow you.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Yeah, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Jonnie Bars, JONNIE, and then bars with an S. Same thing for like different music platforms. I'm gonna be releasing You and I Verses again. It's gonna be in October 15th. But I do have a couple of singles I plan on releasing sometime in June. And yeah, you could just find it all, Jonnie Bars. And if not, then you missed out. I don't know what to tell you.
Don't
So,
sleep on it. Don't sleep.
don't sleep.
Exactly. Yo, Jonnie, my man, thank you so much for taking the time again, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you again for having me. I appreciate you.
Of course, man. All right, you have a good one, bro.
You too. Thank you.
Peace.
I'm on a kush salad diet. A kush salad diet. Days be dragging. But I got that fire. Hybrid inspired. I got a lighter. Eyes remain low. But I'm getting higher. Hey, secret admire. And she peep the flyer. Rocking these shows. And she think I'm fly. Nice. Nice with these words. Real life provided. Ego ignited. Constantly fight it. Smash brothers with the hands. Been a thou living grand. City route making plans. On a Diddy route making bands. No biggie, we notorious. Used to pop for euphoria. Now we poppin' it's euphoria. Know my mama raised a warrior. Steph Curry with the splash. Don't slip out the drip. Not a product of my past. Took my pain, made it flip. Sending praise like a gift. To a date I wasn't promised. To a date I wasn't promised. To a date I wasn't. The guys keep me fueled. The guys got me fueled. The guys keep me fueled. The guys keep me fueled. The guys got me. The guys keep me fueled. The guys got me fueled. The guys keep me. The guys. Still dreaming niggas sleep. Pseudo woke shit is weak. Found soul status wavy. Rest assured life's a beach. Venice views left my thoughts. Once lost cannot lose. Bossed up, pay my dues. Blessed with what I choose. Ain't shit that's on fleek. Faults found running deep. Ego bound on the creep. Niggas clown, that ain't it. Homie, don't play that shit. Niggas about to play my shit. Retrograde, I made a shift. Silver haze, take a hit. Got hurt, had to heal. Wrestle demons as a hill. Fear is always on the fritz. No vacay, life's a trip. Circuits running through my mental. Exposing worth of instrumentals. Serving purpose is essential. Life I live is far from simple. All I smoke is presidential. Irish cream, that's extendos. Running shit, check credentials. For sure.
Yo, it's Vic. I'm over here talking with my man, Danny Herrera. Yo, you came through clutch on Shot in the Dark, my man. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for inviting me, Vic. Appreciate it. And it's an honor to be with you on this episode.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. Like for people who may not know who you are, what you're all about, give us the quick rundown. Let us know what you're all about.
Well, born and raised in the San Fernando Valley for my 20 years of life.
Nice.
And then I barely have 3 years now living in Long Beach.
Okay.
As you can see, I'm a huge Laker fan. So I'm
Shout out,
excited that they finally got a championship. Hey, man, for Kobe.
For real.
But as well as besides music, I'm really into sports. Basketball is my favorite sport. So the fact that Kobe was a huge role model for me.
Mm,
Um, it really blended in with my musicianship, I want to say, because in my early 20s, and by the way, I'm currently 32 years old,
mhm.
but in my early 20s, like I would put hours and hours and hours of practice on the drums by myself. And I had goals, my goals was to start working with different artists or in the studio, as long as I do something with the talent that I've gotten since I was a little kid. So,
Right.
but yeah, I grew up in church, and in church, that's where I learned how to play drums. My mom was a musician.
You played in the choir?
Never.
No way.
Actually, not in a choir, but I mean, not officially, but like once in a while or every other 5 years, because my mom was involved in these
Yeah.
certain things. So I'm like, all right, I
I
guess I'll
mean,
join.
I played in the choir too, man, and like mainly because the same thing, you know what I mean? My mom was involved in the church, you know? I had to figure out something to do to be
Mm.
involved, and I wasn't gonna be an altar boy.
Me either. Yeah. So technically, man, church is what helped me to in doing and being involved with music. So yeah,
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
So in this performance, in this Shut in the Dark performance, you come in and you give us like 5+ minutes of just going in and really like taking us on a journey. So one, what are some of your biggest inspirations when it comes to playing drums, to drumming specifically? And two, when you're doing a performance like a Shot in the Dark, where it's very much focused on you just drumming and not, maintaining a rhythm section or whatever it may be, right? The other stuff that drummers are so used to having to do as being a part of like a group. What are
Yeah.
the things that run through your mind, and kind of what are the things that you really are shooting to try and convey to the listener?
I mean, first thing what you asked, my inspiration was every time I watched live concerts,
Mm.
in the 90s, VHS, watching concerts
It's
on,
like everybody watching this like a what? A VH what?
right, like what the heck is he talking about? So for those that don't know, Gen Zs, before DVDs, we had VHS. It was this huge cassette that if you had to rewind it, you put in this little car, and the car will rewind it for you. Anyway, it's a little bio. But what inspired me was watching those concerts.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, I grew up in church, so I used to watch a lot of these live recordings, and
Mm.
in general, these live recordings like really inspire me to as well to get out of my comfort zone. Like I was I'm here being very social with you, dude. But
Yeah.
if you would have known me as a little boy, like I was really shy,
Mm.
really shy. I had zero skills with being social, and me watching these live recordings, like it really inspired me, like not just my talent, but or not just my skills, I meant to say, but myself. It inspired me to like, man, I gotta learn how to talk to people. I gotta be something else and just hear me being quiet. Like, and this also includes me like being very shy playing drums in front of people. It took me
Uh,
years to like actually feel comfortable and confident in what I'm doing.
really?
Like if you ask my mom, like she'll tell you, like, and not being biased, she will tell you like, yeah, my boy was able to play for years. It's just when there was somebody in front of him, he'll just like
It's like
be
freeze up.
quiet and just be still.
Yeah.
So watching these, like I was saying, watching these concerts, like man, I want to do that one day. I want to do that, and not just drum, like in any other instrument as well. Um, and so that inspired me to like get better at by age 10. I want to say like get better at my instrument, and
Yeah.
um, that also includes me learning how to play guitar, bass, piano, and then I kind of dropped the piano, and now I'm back on piano. Looking at my keyboard right now, but I'm
Nice.
taking some online classes, like taking advantage of a lot of us haven't been working in the pandemic, so
Yeah.
shoot, I took advantage of it. But that's somewhat of an inspiration, as well as like, sorry, as well as watching other musicians. Like one of my favorite musicians currently is Stanley Randolph. I don't know if you know who he is, but
No, who is he?
he is the current drummer for Stevie Wonder.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's also known as producing music for the BBC, which is the Brandon Brown Collective. I don't know if you've heard of them,
Yeah.
but he's the dude. He's a master on drums, but he's also producing for other artists, as well as Travis Barker was one of my favorite drummers in my late teen years. Like, you know, Blink 182, I was late for it. I was late getting into Blink 182, but
It's
I just
never
like
too late
I
to
just
get to Blink
liked
182.
how it's just a three-piece band,
Yeah.
yet they know what they're doing.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then I can go back into the 80s and Toto. Still love listening to Toto.
Nice.
So
Awesome.
there's so many bands that later on that I started checking out that really influenced me and just motivated me into to being where I'm at right now. You know, there's still a lot out there to learn, but you know, I'm just grateful for these inspirations in my life. So
Yeah, man.
yeah,
I
man.
love that. I love
Mm.
that. I mean, it sounds like, and this is such an amazing thing, like it sounds like drums kind of as a part of you coming into yourself as a person.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Is and that's including with different genres, like you just said. Like I not just besides like learning other musicians or being admired by different talents out there, like
Mhm.
I actually put an effort into like trying to learn as much as genres that are out there because I always wanted to be a very versatile musician.
Yeah.
A musician that just stays with at least two genres, I'm sorry, but they're not gonna make it.
You're restricting
Especially
yourself. You're restricting yourself, right?
yeah, exactly. And that
Yeah.
goes in general life, you know?
Yep.
Like I mean, back to Kobe. Kobe learned more than two languages. So
Exactly.
like that guy can speak with a different environment or different culture. Like,
Bands. Yeah.
hey, like that goes well in the music industry.
Yep.
And so I try to learn reggae, pop, hip hop, rock, jazz, obviously. And I came from playing, you know, my roots were all playing gospel, Latin music as well. My family's from El Salvador, so I learned some of the cumbia rhythms.
Nice.
Tex-Mex in the 90s, we all remember Selena. So
Yeah.
I tried to get into so many different styles that nowadays it's paying off and it's fun listening to it as well. So yeah,
That's awesome,
yeah.
man. So when you're doing something like this drum solo you did at Shot in the Dark at Water the Plants, like what's kind of going through your mind? Like, are you just kind of going for it and just, I guess, improvising as you go, or do you really have an idea of what your game plan is for the performance?
I want to say both.
Okay.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
I've always been that drummer where like I know how to start a solo, but I
Mm,
don't want to sound repetitive because for example, let's just say once this video comes out of my performance and then there's another video out there on YouTube that'll sound the same as like okay, then there's no point, you know? It's just
right.
like especially if a viewer's point like, "Oh, I already heard this."
Right.
But I still don't want to lose my certain ideas that I've had in mind. For example, for this performance that I did, um, I always like to come in as like, "Yo, my name is Danny" type of vibes in the drums.
Hmm.
I'm a very chill type of guy. I come in like if I would come in your current room right now, I'd be like, "Yo, what's going on, dude?" I'm not that explosive or everywhere type of guy. Like, "Yo, Big, what's up?" Like, I'm not
Yeah.
that guy. I'm not. I'm very chill. I love talking. And for me, once I get into the middle of a conversation, that's where my climax starts to build up. So I think this really expresses how I am on drums. Like
Mm,
my type of attitude is on the drums where it just I come in and I'm gonna come in maybe with some simple paradiddles. I just want to show you some little stuff, and I
yeah.
want to build it up, build it up, build it up into a climax, bring it in different genres, and
Mm,
then I'm gonna start soloing, not just you know playing chops, chops, and chops and chops. I just
right.
want to come in and show you that there's so much rhythms out there in the world, and that's basically what my performance was about. A guy that's very versatile
Mm,
and loves and appreciates different cultures out in the world.
that's
Um,
awesome.
so yeah, and that's pretty much what I could say about my performance. Just it talks about me being very versatile.
And you can feel that. I mean, you can absolutely feel that. And that's why I ask, because it felt kind of like you were really telling your story through playing, you know, and people have a hard time doing that on melodic instruments that kind of give you a little bit more leeway to do that, right? You can,
Yeah.
there's more dynamic ability in the sense that you can walk people through different melodies to provide a different sound. Whereas drums, it's like you really, you know, not that you have less to work with, but what you work with is different in the way that people perceive it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's amazing, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. And like you said, it's different just because there's always jokes out there about drummers in the music world
Yeah.
where like how many drummers does it take to change a light bulb? Like, man, shut up, dude. There's a different, it's a different world. We can express our instrument in a different way. Obviously, we can't really much do harmonies or melodies with the drums, like, but we're talking here as with time signatures and rhythms and grooves and chops and solos and rudiments. Like, it's a total different world. But you know, I'm just glad I'm thick-skinned where I'm like, yeah, say your jokes, whatever.
I mean, at the end of the day, you know, people who don't get it don't get it. The people who want to get it are willing to try get it will get it. You know, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Well, man, this is awesome. I'm so excited for this performance. For everyone watching, be sure to stay on tune. One last question for you: where can people find you online? What's coming down the pipeline? Anything for people to look forward to that you got coming up?
Yeah, well, I'm on Instagram. It's Danny D0K, so together. On Instagram, I tend to I'm very, very what's the right word? I like posting a lot of stuff or memes on my stories. So if you're into like funny stuff or funny videos,
Follow
like
him.
I think all of it, you'll enjoy my stories every single day. But on my regular posts, I do tend to have some of my performances.
Awesome.
Couple months ago, I posted a video that I did with my friend Tyrone Perez. He's an amazing musician as well, really good friend of mine, and we recorded an original video that you'll see there, produced by my friend Jeremy Chase, another good friend of mine, talented musician. So I have a video there. It's called Lone Wolf. So it should be a couple, maybe like 4 videos below the latest post. You'll see it there, as well as YouTube. YouTube, you should just type DRH. No, I'm sorry, Danny Herrera. I'm sorry, Danny Herrera drums. It should be there. If I'm not mistaken, I'll probably send you the link later on.
Just we'll double check.
Yeah, I'll double check. And I just posted something new there. I did a vlog video, like it was a 10-minute quick video of me having a studio session for one of the bands I used to play with. And I say used to because unfortunately COVID really broke us up, and our guitarist, like, unfortunately his father passed away. So he had to move back to Wisconsin. That's when the band split up, but we're still recording.
Awesome.
And you also find me on Facebook as Danny Herrera. Man, pretty much where you can find me on social media.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, once again, Danny, man, thank you so much for taking the time, bro. I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you for this invite, and thanks again for allowing me to express myself for you guys. I hope I didn't leave you guys deaf after that performance.
Blasted at 11. Put your head right into the speaker. You'll be fine. I trust me. Awesome. Everyone stay on tune. We got a performance by Danny Herrera next. My man, thank you so much. Take care, and we'll be in touch soon. Awesome, man. Peace.
Hey, man. Thanks a lot, and hopefully we can hang out. You know Gus, right?
Yeah, that's our boy.
Yeah, because he's the one that plugged me in with you guys.
Awesome.
And so here and there, we play Warzone as well, but
nice.
Yeah, he's the one that plugged me in, and he actually edited and filmed the video of my latest vlog that I just mentioned. So
nice.
Yeah.
Extra plug, man. Gus is the man.
What's that?
Everyone, Gus is the man. For everyone watching, that's the guy who helps make all the magic happen over here.
Yeah.
Editing.
Yeah. So,
man, that's awesome.
Gus is the man. Yep.
Hell yeah. Well, the next time we have some stuff coming up at the studio, so we'll definitely keep you posted on that so you can come on through.
For sure.
Awesome.
Man.
All right, man. You take care. Have a good one.
All right.
All right. Bye.
See you, man.